As us baby boomers know, the hit musical South Pacific was written by Rodgers and Hammerstein and premiered in 1949. It's got a song called Carefully Taught that deals directly with indoctrinating children to hate and fear other. It goes like this. You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drummed into your dear little ear. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are oddly made and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you turn 6 or 7 or 8, to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught. It's that line, before it's too late, before you are 6 or 7 or 8, that made me include it in my little rant. A rant that focuses on teaching folks, children in particular, but anybody who fall for the nonsense of evil other because somebody's the wrong color, the wrong religion, has an amorous relationship with the wrong person, whether that's because one person in a relationship is darker than the other, or a man's dating a man, or a woman's dating a woman, all sorts of things that don't hurt nobody and therefore really ain't anybody else's business. One of the saddest aspects of the evil other concept is folks hating folks in Jesus' name. So-called Christians who not only deny them wrong folks equal rights and equality under the law, but deny them their basic humanity. I was brought up Catholic in a time when Catholics were deemed evil other heretics by a slew of so-called God-fearing, neighbor-loving, Jesus-following Christians who knew Jesus was a blue-eyed, blonde man who understood that sometimes you gotta flip a few tables in order to make the world white. Oh, right. That Martin Luther King Jr. fella, he had him a mighty good dream. That dream he talked about back in August of 1963, where he said, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream. I have a dream that one day in Alabama, with its vicious, racist, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. That man had a dream that remains just that, a dream. It's still a dream because we're still judging folk by the color of their skin, what God they worship, and how if some man loves his boyfriend or some woman loves his girlfriend while being just fine, hating them for daring to love who they love. I don't think Jesus would go for that. But what do I know? I'm just a former Catholic who doesn't have any religion, a former Republican who technically doesn't have a party, but who's voted straight D since 2018 and will continue to until Republicans turn back into Republicans. I'm not asking you to join hands with folks who you don't agree with or head to Cedar Rapids, Iowa and go to the oldest mosque in the United States come March 19th, 2026 for Eid al-Fitr, the end of Ramadan feast. But I did over a decade ago, and I received a sincerely warm welcome. If you can't love folks that are different than you, try tolerating them. Leave them alone to love one another, worship God as they see fit, and to live lives that demonstrate what it truly means to make America greater than it's ever been.